On the surface, the event was billed as a carol service intended to put Christ back in Christmas. But as the cameras moved through the crowd, the message shifted from religious celebration to a direct and hostile assault on a specific faith. Participants repeatedly refused to recognize Islam as a religion, instead characterizing it as a malevolent force, a political takeover of the world, and a religion of hate and death. Many attendees labeled the faith as an evil ideology that is fundamentally against Western values, claiming it follows a non-existent false prophet. This rhetoric highlights what experts call the racialization of Muslims, where an entire community is treated as a monolithic ethnic group based on appearance and names rather than individual beliefs. The discourse heavily relied on conspiracy theories of cultural erasure and generalized accusations of criminality, with attendees claiming there is a coordinated 100-year plan to take over the United Kingdom.
And that foreign people are responsible for a breakdown of law and order. One participant even suggested that Islam is fundamentally rooted in Satan worship, claiming it encourages violence while Christianity teaches forgiveness. For many in the crowd, the ultimate solution offered was the total removal of those they deemed outsiders. Some explicitly suggested that Muslims do not belong in the country and should be put on boats and sunk in the middle of the ocean. While the UK government continues to debate whether to officially define these acts as Islamophobia or anti-Muslim hostility to protect free speech, the lived reality shown here is not a debate over theology, but the active exclusion of an entire community from the national fabric. Even when questioned about their own faith, several people who claimed to be fighting for Christian values admitted they had never actually read the Bible, suggesting the religious framing was a secondary concern to their underlying anti-immigrant. The event organizers, when confronted with questions regarding the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, chose to deflect and focus only on narratives that served their specific political aims. This deflection, combined with the aggressive rhetoric of the crowd, revealed a gathering defined more by exclusion than by the compassion associated with the holiday. Ultimately, the carols were merely a backdrop for a much darker and more divisive conversation. While the UK government debates whether to define this as Islamophobia or anti-Muslim hostility to protect free speech, the lived reality shown here is not a debate over theology, but the active racialization and exclusion of an entire community.